you guys wake up. You're in separate rooms and such, and you're in a nice bed. The rooms are okay. They're on the simple side, a bit Spartan. You can smell animals like horses and shit like that. Not all that far away. You can hear some of them. It sounds like kind of a little bit distant city life, not too distant. Definitely some of the city smells, not too distant. You both know instantly that your buddy is close by on the other side of that wall there. And yeah, you guys wake up. Your clothing is simple, rugged style clothing. It's over a chair or hung up somewhere or whatever. Your other stuff like your school uniform, school books and stuff doesn't seem to be around, but anything else you had is, like if you had lock picks or butt scratcher or whatever.
Huh.
You're not sure where the fuck you are.
I put clothes on.
This is a great first step in the morning for everybody. There's a bowl of room temperature water on a stand. There's like the very cheap kind of medieval style mirror of like shined copper and stuff that's fastened into the fucking wall, so to try to discourage you from stealing the cheap stuff. It's a super simplistic type of room. It's got like a place to put your clothes, a place to sleep, a chair, a table, no Wi-Fi, no power outlets, nothing. It's got like the shuttered windows, no screens.
I look under the bed for a chamber pot.
There is indeed a chamber pot under the bed.
Doesn't look good for plumbing. I put on my clothes.
Great. Yeah. Is Dana more of a dress type of person or a pants type of person?
Oh, pants are easier to jump in.
Hell yeah. If you're an adventurer, I've always felt a dress is a very poor clothing choice. You know, yeah. I could see like the tights and the skirt maybe, but at that point it's like you're just going for a look as opposed to I don't want to, you know, get my clothing caught in something or whatever. It's the whole cape thing from The Incredibles, you know?
Now, espionage dress is the way to go.
Oh God, yes. Oh, women got it going on as far as espionage. Who else can carry a friggin' mini Uzi as a concealed weapon? A lady with a purse. That's who. Yeah, for a guy, this is a fucking challenge. It's like, well, it's summertime. It's sweltering hot, but I need a trench coat to hide my gun. She's carrying a handbag. If I carry a handbag, I will get looks. People will remember me. Sexism. Hashtag sexism. So, right. You guys are awake, dressed. You hear somebody arguing. It sounds like downstairs. Something about the glass is only half full, and the other guy's like it's half empty. And another guy going, and then both of them yelling at somebody else for drinking it, and the guy's like, "Oh, it's not half full or half empty anymore, is it?" You know, and that kind of stupid half drunk arguing shit.
Huh.
I eye the water in my room suspiciously, seeing if I can find traces of cholera in there.
You're thinking there might be traces of cholera in there. You're thinking this is the kind of water that if you wanted to splash some on your face, you'd be okay with that. Maybe doing a little quick try to bath, maybe. But drinking, no, you don't trust it, and it smells funny.
Is there a window?
Yes, there is.
I look out the window.
You see in the distance, looks like, you remember in the cyberpunk days how the buildings went all the way up into the clouds and shit? Now it looks like after 5 or 6 stories, they've been sheared off or fallen over. And then people said, we will still live in this building that has fallen over. And they built a wall around the city of San Angeles, but the skyline, definitely San Angeles. You recognize it anywhere. Looks like you're near one of the city gates, but outside of it. People are going in through the gate and whatnot. Yeah. Have you guys been to the zone before?
No.
Cool. You're somewhere fucking new. You're like,
But we recognize the cyberpunk buildings.
Yeah, it looks as though they have gotten much older. Like, let's make antiques out of all the surviving buildings and shit, and throw up a bunch of brutalist architecture, just the exposed concrete shit, and then build a few Gothic buildings. Welcome to Gothic post-apocalyptic cyberpunk era.
Huh.
Yeah. Do you guys have any money? Awkward. Okay, cool. So
we don't have our credit cards, but
yay.
We don't have cash.
You notice that people are kind of dressed in a combination of medieval, a little bit of like really old cyberpunk for some of the more affluent people, like they might be wearing a tie. It's kind of like if you were to cross a cargo cult with cyberpunk and then force feed it a bunch of medieval shit. There you go. That's the styles and shit. And you do see like some weird shit as you're looking out the window, like an occasional flying car will go by. And then they've got like wagons and shit, with drawn by oxen. And it's like, okay. And then there's a Mad Max style car going, it's like, what the fuck is going on here?
Okay.
Go Bobcats.
Do I have my sewer bag?
Did you have it when you stopped playing last time? Or did
Yes.
you live in the sewer? Yeah, then you've got your sewer bag.
Excellent.
I'm easy, by God. Because I know in the end it just won't matter.
I gather up my stuff and I go downstairs.
No problem. Your buddy is moving away from you. He seems to have forgotten all the fuck about you and is wandering off. You're wondering which buddy it is because many of them do this kind of shit.
I go out into the hallway.
You see him like just fucking wandering off like doo-doo-doo, and you're like, you
I'll head down to the
Morning.
Good morning, Glenn. Good morning.
On your screen now, you should be able to see some of the vehicles of San Angeles. They range anywhere from
a trolley pulled by a horse.
This is an actual historical thing that they did.
Yes.
There's a special name for them, but I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, they literally do have kind of the equivalent of buses and stuff. They also hansom cabs, like the picture on the far right down to, are pretty much all over the place. And both of you guys can fit inside of one, and then there's some dude who stands on the outside and drives it around. But and yes, they do have stagecoaches, like the bottom middle. But all of the kind of like post or the cyberpunkish type Mad Max vehicles always have that white smoke, which since you guys have been to school, you know that that's Magitech stuff. Anything that gives off like if you're shooting bullets with a pistol, it gives off white smoke. Everything gives off white smoke. Fortunately, it doesn't smell bad. It doesn't make you cough. It's just a weird fucking white smoke. So if somebody was to do enough magitech in one area, that area would be foggy.
Huh.
Yeah. But going downstairs, the innkeeper nods at you and goes, "Are you two checking out?"
Yes, we are.
Great. Well, you're already paid up, so remember next time you get locked out after dark to think of the closed gate.
What?
I said, just remember the next time you get locked out after dark, just think of the closed gate. You know, the
Where we
closed
are.
gate. Yeah, that's right. The name of this fucking hotel, it said.
Oh.
And they call me a drunk, says the guy at the end of the bar. You are a drunk. Shut your fucking pie hole. Excuse me. We have to keep him drunk, otherwise he gets annoying. Says the guy at the end of the bar.
The closed gate.
Now, if you guys will open up your, I'm assuming that you downloaded all the maps after you looked at the board and found all the map links and shit. Nobody fucking looks at the board. Sheila's like, "You have a board?" Scott's like, "I'm not telling my woman about the board. She doesn't need the board." So that's how it is. I understand. Break free, Sheila. Break free. Let me find some links for you to make it easier. Let's see. There's the Gothic price list. Copy link. Paste. And where's the Gothic map? Because there's not enough fucking there it is, player map. Not enough bubble maps in here yet. Yeah. I love the fucking bubble maps. Fuck having to make a proper map because nobody really gives a shit about a proper map other than to say, "Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, wonderfully pretty." Nobody cares. Well, except cartographers. I'm sure they care, but I don't. So let me know when you guys both have open the Gothic player map or player map Gothic.
Gothic San Angeles.
Sheila, sometime you'll want to go onto the fucking ATAW boards and stuff like that. Just beat on Scott until he gives up the address and check them out because there's a lot of information you may be interested in. You may find useful on there.
Google Heroic Cthulhu. It'll come up.
Yeah, I'll give her the fucking link because you're a bad man. I know. Here you go, Sheila. Bookmark this to look at in your copious amounts of spare time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I know running a family, working, gaming, doing whatever it is you do when you're not logged in here. I know you've got lots of time to go look at some random shit on a random website. Yeah. But you may get into it.
Oh.
So do you guys have the map open?
We did cross through this place.
Uh-huh.
I thought it was the Wild West.
If you guys look on the upper left-hand part of the map where it says outside of town, it says forest, farmers, fields, and then under that says the closed gate.
Uh-huh.
That's where you are currently. You notice that the closed gate has a few discreet guards who kind of keep an eye on things. They're just kind of watching stuff. fairly tough-looking, scarred-up, rebroken nose individuals. They look like they definitely know how to fight, but they're very casual and they don't seem like to really be paying any special attention to you. But they are wary. There's probably a lot more of them here than you thought there'd be. There might be like close to half a dozen dudes just kind of positioned strategically around, keeping an eye on things. Who knows why? Another mystery that will maybe or maybe not never be solved. I love piling on the fucking mysteries until you guys are like, is it now? Is it now? When people start asking that, when they start asking that in the West world, I was like, yeah, they got a fucking cruel ass GM. So what do you guys do? You're outside of the closed gate. If you follow the wall, you could get to Chillgrave Gate, City Gate, and stuff like that.
I go back
or
inside.
You go somewhere else. Okay. He's like, outside's bad. What does Dana do? He appears to have lost his nerve about going outside. I guess maybe you'll have to take over the inn now.
I'll re-enter.
You notice that of those 6 guys, a couple are stationed out front and stuff. So it's probably 2 in front, 2 just kind of around the place, and then a couple inside. The proprietor looks at you, raises an eyebrow. He's like,
So, barkeep.
Yes? Human?
Where can a fellow find work around here?
Oh, there's all kinds of shit, he says. Let's see. He rolls to see if he knows about something special. Change to 100, I think. No, he doesn't know about that, but he says, you go to the employment center. They have a PI in town. He might be needing somebody. There's Mercenaries Guild, and there's, of course, some crazy alchemist.
Where's the PI?
In town somewhere.
Oh.
Yeah. Good luck.
Okay. Thanks.
He's like, do you know the town well?
I have
it's
a
off
map.
Cromwell Street. How's that? Huh? Does that help you? Right. Go into town. Find it.
Looks like it's in the Sprigham district.
Oh. Well, you didn't say that you fucking knew it. Why did you ask? Yeah. It's close to Spatula City.
Spatula City.
Spatula City. Quick note on the lines and shit. Just because 2 lines cross doesn't mean you go and take a turn. It's only straight lines that connect each other. It just didn't literally have enough space for everything. Also, everything is not on the map. There's plenty of shit not on the map. Like there's probably 40 or 50 interesting things to go find if you're like, hey, we look around the Spriggan district or whatever. Is there anything interesting? Then I'll tell you some of the interesting shit that's attached. But also there's a lot of uninteresting places. Like if you used one normal inn, not interesting enough to make it to the map. But I'll say, oh yes, there's one over here, and then I'll add it to my map, and you can add it to your map if you feel like it. You can find a normal inn or whatever. This is the more interesting shit on the map.
Okay.
So it's not like a complete map of everything forever because nobody cares. It's like, tell me the interesting shit. Like the stuff that's on there, there's a reason for all the different things on there.
I'll go back outside.
Too much prep time. Okay, no problem. It appears that Dana, he is indecisive. He's going out. He's going in. He's going out again. It's like watching one of those dogs who can't make up their mind if they want to go outside or not. Or cat, right?
I give a little wave nod to the innkeep and
He
head
looks
back
a
out
little
again.
confused and he's like, like, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you people. You guys head outside.
Okay. Do you want to go back to the Shadow Academy or stick around in town here?
I do not have a clear preference, Glenn. We know more about the Shadow Academy. Or do we?
I kind of was planning on doing some research about the sleeper there. And then going to Red Carpet and getting supplies. But don't have to work on that.
Are we, Glenn, or my perceptions, in a time that is after the Shadow Academy? Or is this...
It seems like we're in the same time, but at a different place.
Take a card, Scott.
Thank you.
Because we could do, potentially, research here. Probably not.
Guessing they don't have a great library. I haven't seen one on the map yet. Anyway, it's possible, but it's probably crap. And specifically wanted to research like the band of emotion, band of magic. Like that shit's probably going to be in the restricted section of the Magic Academy library.
Yeah.
Are you guys wanting to go in through the city gate?
Yes.
When you get over to the city gate, it looks like traffic's going by pretty smoothly. However, you notice that one of the guards is looking at everybody, including you guys, through something like what I have in the picture there. It's some sort of rock with a hole through it. You can see it to the right of the Vehicles of San Angeles picture.
Huh.
He carefully looks you guys up head to toe as you're going past. No explanation. Nobody says anything. Just he's doing that. You don't know why. It's as odd as having somebody with a couple of toilet paper tubes keeping that.
Okay. There is a library.
Uh-huh.
I go to the rock holding man.
All right. You notice when you approach him, a couple of other guards, like he stands his ground and lowers his rock, and a couple other guards kind of discreetly come up behind Dana. You notice there, Glenn. Like, we may have to stab her soon type of thing. But, well, actually, Dana, go ahead and give me a spot hidden roll to notice the we might have to stab her soon guards. They're not overtly, they're not like lunging their swords out or whatever, but their hands, you notice that if they had something in their hands, they kind of set it down and, you know, all that kind of shit. Like, you know, getting ready for, pardon?
I made it.
Excellent. You notice that people may be stabbing you soon, but they don't appear super threatening right now. It's like, she may be attacking the guy with our prized pet rock. We may have to kill her. The guy says, yes, may I help you?
I make sure my hands are away from my sides, and
This appears to keep them from doing anything regrettable.
and I say, "Hail and well met. I am not from these parts. I was wondering if you could help me with some of your customs. What's
What do you
with
need,
your
Trevor?
rock? What's with your rock?"
He looks at it like, what, this rock? And he goes, Greystone?
Greystone?
Greystone. He
I've
looks at
never.
you as though you just said, excuse me, officer, what is crack cocaine? A nice man was talking to me about it. He has that same kind of look on his face, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? It's a face stone, he says. You look through it to see if the person is really what they appear to be or if they're some other kind of creature.
Ah, that is very clever indeed.
Yes, we thought so as well, ma'am.
That must be a very rare artifact.
No, not really. It's sure you can buy one in town somewhere, but be sure to get one that really works. Of course, there aren't that many non-humans in town, so being able to tell one that really works from one that doesn't is a bit tricky.
Very good. Anything else that, as you can see, I'm quite the rube. Anything else that it might be helpful to know before I enter?
You seem to be. He checks you out again by looking at you through his fucking rock. He says you seem to be human, so I'm guessing that you're either not from around the city or you have your spirit pentagram and papers on you.
What?
He checks him out as well to make sure he's not some monster controlling her or something. Right. Well, if you've come for trade, he notices that you have a bag, so maybe there's something good in the bag that you're here to trade. Then you should have no problems.
What's a spirit pentagram?
He gapes at you as though you just said, "What's a car?" He calls over one of the other guys and has him show you his, because the guy's not wearing chainmail and shit. And by the way, their chainmail appears to be like aluminum and stuff, but it's essentially a pentagram. This one has like 3 of the points filled in, and he says the number of points out of 5 is, of course, their magical ranking and such. It's something that allows us to see if the person has any magic, how much magic, and are they authorized for things like he can activate, say, magic guns and stuff. People who don't have spirit pentagrams, like you guys, are either humans with no magical potential, probably from a distant town. Or you guys aren't from San Francisco, are you? All the guards kind of tense a little bit, and when you say no, they relax again. Okay, great. So, you know what they say about San Francisco? It's ruled by monsters. So anyway, he says, they people who use magic that don't have spirit pentagrams are assumed to be monsters and generally killed.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm sure you have similar customs in your place. Where are you from? He looks like he's not going to believe the next words out of your mouth. Because you just did 50 dog eyes, literally.
Boston?
Sure. He says, great. Enjoy your day. He looks like I'm done talking to the crazies now.
How do I get one of those pentagrams?
Be born here, go through your mandatory schooling, through your mandatory military service, and after your 12-year commitment, then you should have one. I like the slow blink.
So no.
Thank you very much.
Great.
Good day.
Good day. He smiles and nods and is glad that you guys are going somewhere else so he can go back to looking at people through his magic rock. If it's really magic and he's not just some sort of fucking freak in training. Hard to say. This is how Peeping Tom started. He's trying to make it extra sexy by imagining it's a keyhole or something. Yeah.
Follow the crowd going on in to the town.
Seems we're not allowed to use magic here.
Yes, I agree with that, Glenn.
Okay.
That was good deduction.
You guys head through following the crowds and stuff, and there's a wide variety of different kinds of people and stuff. It looks like probably about half of the people have the epicanthic folds on the eyes, like the Asian eyes and stuff. With probably relatives from China, etc. here. There's a wide mix of colors, races, all that stuff. Everybody just seems to. It appears that racism is not a thing here possibly because they have bigger fish to fry and they don't care what color the other humans are. They're more worried about getting overrun by kobolds or some shit. So good for them. It looks like there's also a big mix in technologies. You see nothing working on electricity and stuff like that. Magitech seems to be, for whatever reason, doing stuff. But there's also a lot of human power. There's the farmers bringing in loads of different shit on animals to the market and stuff like that. And you even see you come around one of the corners and it looks like somebody has been killed in an accident. It looks like one of those wagons full of beets or whatever ran over somebody, and the guards are taking away the body, and the lady's like wanting to hold on to him in the grief, and one of the guards is like, he's property of the city now, and she's like, I understand, and the guards are taking him off while another guard is staying and consoling the woman.
That's weird.
Yeah, if you want to try discreetly follow the guards to see where they go with the guy, you can, or you can watch the woman being comforted, which is a bit dull and depressing, or you go somewhere else. I don't care.
Let's see where they go.
Glenn, I have a feeling I'm not going to be able to drink or eat anything here.
Cool.
Seems likely.
If you look on your maps for the shit area of town, it's called.
Mm-hmm.
It's more toward the right and top. The big pink thing says Lower East Side, poorest, dirtiest, and arguably the most hardworking district. Shit area of town is kind of the middle of that little spider web. And they take him to the butcher. And the butcher, you can watch through the window. The butcher goes, and he casts a spell on the guy. He goes, bing. And the guards are like, hey, thank you. Here's a chit from the city. And the butcher goes, aha. And he sticks it in his cash drawer. And then the guards take him over and they get him boxed up. They put him on a train after confirming to the one of the conductors. The train seems to work on this weird magitech also, by the way. After they confirm with one of the conductors that this train is bound for a work camp. So apparently death is just the beginning of your fucking working life here.
I'm guessing that was a preservation spell.
Card, yes, that is probably correct. Hooray. So you guys are currently close to the shit area of town. Enjoy.
Okay.
Not being a lazy GM and having too much prep time, I figured out in advance many street encounters. Ooh, look, charcoal makers.
Do we have our regular clothes anywhere?
You're wearing kind of rugged type clothing that looks like a lot of other people are wearing. Which other clothing were you talking about?
Like our normal era clothing. My suit.
Did you have it with you when you stopped last time, or?
Yes.
Then
No.
No? Then it's
We had school uniforms.
We would have been in the school uniform.
Yeah. You've got an adult-sized school uniform in your bag. That'll be fun. You can do some dress-up role play later. Sexy time.
That era does not beget that.
Not really, no. No, it's not a good thing.
Okay. There should be a barber shop around here somewhere. We went to it last time.
You wander around looking at things.
Time to wander.
Do you remember which district it was in? See, I would. You could print out the map really big, and circle stuff, or you can alter your own copy of it and circle things, or make notes that this is close to this, or whatever you want. It's a wide open field. Did you go to Clemson?
Yeah. We left the Shadow Academy through the Helton, and Alex showed us where the barbershop was.
Well, thank goodness for Alex. It's over in Weapons and Armor Row, near Sharp's Gnome Depot, Slaughterhouse.
There it is.
Mm-hmm.
We go there.
Hi, what can I do you for? Says Clem. Big mutton chops.
I'd like a shave.
Hot towel?
Yes.
Where are you going back to?
Red carpet.
Right. You too? He says to Dana.
Yes, please. I sit down.
No problem. He puts hot towels on your faces and stuff. And then when he takes them off, ba-ding, you're back in red carpet. Red carpet is the place to be for life full of acting and shit. So.
Okay.
I imagine that you want to gear up, Glenn.
Well, I think he just came here to hang up his school uniform and make sure it's pressed and shit at the. I mean, here I think you can afford to go to the dry cleaners and stuff.
I'll need the uniform when we go back.
Well, you can get it done in like a couple hours if you pay a lot of money, but it's not enough for you to really care about. It's like $40, $50 to get my shit cleaned in 2 hours. Fine. Don't care as long as you don't have to be the one doing it.
We need our nice clothes to get into the smoking room to get back to the Shadow Academy.
I like the fucking jumps. It's like, all right, so we're gonna need 6 different suits of clothing and shit. Now, among the Dread Sarlaccs, we wear this, and then nice.
So to the house.
Demon horns, right?
Yeah.
Everybody needs those.
Call the cab, I guess.
No problem. Do you have any dollars on you?
Yes.
Well, we've got our buddy too. We have our cabbie on call in this.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean, paying him is still a good idea. Otherwise,
Oh, I thought we had him
like
like on retainer or something. Like he was just getting
you guys have
direct
been gone for
deposit.
literally months, and you haven't been working either. You're pretty much hangers on to Doc Fulton's career at this point. You don't know if he's been working either.
Mhm.
The whole empire will slowly collapse and fall to rubble here.
No.
Yeah, which is a pity, but you know, the
We-
stage is a harsh mistress.
We worked last time.
Yes.
Last week.
That's a spirit. So
Yeah.
you guys can afford a cab. Good for you.
Yeah. I call Raj.
No problem. Raj shows up. He is delighted to see you again. He takes you guys. He's just driving around unless you tell him where to go. He figures you just wanted to visit with him. He's telling you about his mother and some funny story she had, and you are so bored that you want to just strangle him from the back seat.
To the house, Raj.
Oh, right. Cut to, he drops you guys off. He tells you, like, just he's not good at the storytelling. He's one of those guys that, like, there's some buildup and then it goes absolutely nowhere, and it is a pointless fucking story, and you're like, what? Oh no, she just went home. Are you fucking kidding me? You know, those kind of stories. Very frustrating. And the parts he thinks are funny, not that great. So anyway, he drops you off at home.
I say, it sounds like you're a good son, Raj.
Thank
See you later.
Thank you. Drives off. He's still talking to somebody in his mind, maybe. Anyway, it's a cabbie thing. So Jim is happy to see you. He says, you're back. Is she with you?
No.
She showed up not long ago, and unfortunately, I'm afraid that dinner will be more rudimentary as Mrs. Parapet has currently been institutionalized.
Oh my.
Yes. Well, seeing the bodies in the street and whatnot when that woman was here did not do her well.
I would imagine.
Yes. He glares at Dana for a bit. She smiles at him like, yeah, that's great. I'm so happy your wife's been institutionalized. That's what she always wanted. He glares at you guys. If you'd like to retire to the living room, I'll have libations brought in. He wanders.
Yes.
Drinks.
Excellent. I'll be changing.
No problem. You guys get changed into whatever you're wanting to wear, and have some drinks and stuff.
Stash my... Well, no, I guess I don't need the rustic clothes.
Figure out what you're wanting to lug around and stuff to go into different zones, because... Yeah. Be specific on what you're wanting to lug around.
Okay.
Dana's like, clothes on my back will be enough to get me.
I'm looking in my room for a voluminous handbag.
There's one. I'm sure. I just assume that women have lots of different clothing and accessories and stuff because, you know, I was born long enough ago that I just make this assumption on all women, and it's incorrect on, say, 10 to 20% of them, and they object loudly. But most of the time, yeah, they got a lot of different shit that I wouldn't even consider owning. So, yes, I'm sure you have the nice clutch bag. You have the fucking backpack that's made into a purse or whatever.
Yep, that's the one.
Great. You probably actually, because you are an adventurer, you probably also have proper backpacks as well and stuff. So, yeah. I mean, shit, if I had the resources the PCs do, I would have different shit already set up in different locations, ready to rock and stuff.
We're working on that.
It's a long, slow road. So, you guys have all your stuff together?
I was was looking at buying bolt cutters and rope and glow sticks and pitons and trank pistols.
The trank pistols are going to be super tricky. Everything else should be no problem, because the problem with the trank pistols is they generally only make them for animals, because the drugs are super tricky with humans, which is why that you don't see cops using trank pistols. They use tasers instead, because people tend to die and shit. Plus, the tranquilizers, they don't sell those to the general public because those are feel-good drugs. And anything that makes you feel good is illegal. If you want aspirin, then it may sell you some. Yeah. So you might want to just consider a taser or something.
It's probably a bunch of horse tranquilizers and rocks.
Ketamine?
Yeah.
This is also considered a controlled substance. It's called Special K. I mean, sure, it's great to put on your cornflakes and just spend the day drooling and shitting yourself. But, go into the K-hole, as they call it. Yeah.
That's why he's going to take them from Rock, I believe, was the idea.
Okay, no problem. You raid his stash. You got some. It's not a lot of horse trank. He's probably got like 5 human doses left. It's not on an easy day. It's in pill form, so you're gonna have to literally shove pills down people's throats. But if you wanted to get somebody, well, I mean, usually Rock doesn't feel the need to shoot himself with some sort of pistol in order to get high. Who the fuck does that? I need needle drugs? No, I use pistol drugs. That way, if I'm running, I can still hit myself from a long way away. What?
So
you're gonna leave him his pills and shit? He does have some ketamine, not a lot. He hasn't done it in a while. Also, in his room, you do find like sitting out is like a makeup, and it's blue with a sponge applicator thing that looks like it's been used a few times. Some sort of blue makeup. Yeah. There's also like a white hat that kind of goes into a cone. Yeah. Yeah, but there's also stains. Horrible stain. You're thinking that he's been using these things sexually in indescribable ways.
Dana was in her room packing.
I put the drugs back and I leave.
You feel dirty having been in there. It's like, so you're imagining him fucking dressed as a Smurf with the blue face, popping ketamine and having sex with somebody. It's a horrible image in your mind.
So, I was thinking that air guns might work in the post-apocalyptic world because it's just compressed air. It's not a chemical reaction or gunpowder or whatever.
You would think so. However, rather than going to steam trains, you did notice that they had to go to Magitech trains, because apparently steam can no longer push a fucking train. That would surely be easier than making magical trains. So, fair warning. Compressed air may not do shit. You don't know. The look on his face as he thinks about it's like, how are we still alive?
Great.
You're thinking, ergo, the taser may not do shit either.
Well, yeah. No electricity.
Yeah. Bolt cutter should still work. That's just you clamping something.
I'm going to clamp him.
Yeah. Now, did you want the little easy to carry bolt cutters, or did you want the big fuck off, this lock is up my bitch bolt cutters?
We need the big master key ones for the chain on the sleeper.
Yep. Those are pretty much, you could use those as a pretty devastating but slow club. I would be terrified of somebody flailing around with those. Okay.
Some damage.
Anything else you would like to bring with you? Is Dana bringing anything other than a giant purse?
I've been packing.
Great. You've been writing all your shit down. Good
yeah, trying.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, just let me know if you're wanting anything unusual other than like Smurf face paint and ketamine and shit.
Need a hammer for the pitons.
Sure. The shit you're bringing is going to be super heavy. I don't recommend doing anything arduous with pitons and rope and shit.
Make Dana carry some of it.
Yeah, that'll happen.
I shout down the hallway. I can hear you.
Bring your backpack.
I am.
Good.
And it wasn't because you told me.
Wow.
I'm trying to just put together a disguise kit, change of clothes, gun, some ammo, cash, phone, like just a regular shit that's needed. And my plan is I want to see if Clem would let me borrow a shelf or something. If I could leave it at Clem's.
Good luck with that.
That's
keep in mind a disguise kit, like unless you're wanting wigs and stuff, which is a good thing. For the makeup and whatnot, imagine a really large fishing tackle box. The man with 1,000 faces, that's the size of his shit. So I figure if you get a really large fishing tackle box, it's got enough shit to have lots and lots of disguises and shit. Do you actually own one already?
Yeah, we had one from Cyberpunk before it was destroyed. And I think it got brought back.
Oh yeah, I have that on my sheet.
Yeah, and it says Dana and Glenn's on it, so I'll let you use it, Glenn. Because we labeled it.
Okay. I wasn't planning on doing a disguise.
Well, this was going to be part of our we don't have to come all the way to red carpet if we need something idea. An outpost bag.
Good deal.
Okay. Right.
I've got a little pocket if you wanted to put something in here.
Our notes say there's a suite at the King's Row Inn. Is that on the...
Well, keep in mind when somebody else is like, hey, I've got a suite. People at the suite don't fucking know you. So, yeah, just walking in and going, I got a friend who has a room here. You're not sure if that will fly.
No. Word.
Imagine trying that at the Hilton or something. My buddy's got a room here. What's his name? Blah, blah, blah. He's not in his room now. Come back.
It says it's set up for Australian embassy members, so I have to mention that.
Yeah, good luck. See what happens. Just giving you fair warning that they'll be like, yeah, sure.
Yeah. Persuasive.
The independent building of the Australian embassy was worked well simply because it was independent.
Yeah. But there's a label. There's a building labeled Australian Embassy, but it said that was the hotel last time. Said that wasn't an independent thing, right?
Yeah.
Glenn, get in here. I'm tired of talking through the hallway.
What is it?
Where should we leave our bag? We don't need to leave it in the red carpet world because there's a house. So where would be the best place to put the bag?
Well, yeah, I was just talking about a place in post-apocalyptia, but
You could always buy one or something.
We need to go to work then.
I was going to say, keep in mind that it could have been months, literally, since they rented it. Unless you own something and keep up with property taxes and all that shit, is because a lot of people are like, "I'll rent a room for a week." A month passes and they go, "Where's my fucking room?" And the guy's like,
well, seemed like McKay stashed his bag in the courtyard at the Shadow Academy, and it was still there.
That bag was the village bicycle for a while. Everybody was fucking using it. Oh my god, I had so many groups. What's in that bag? I steal all the lockpicks. Fuck them. Yeah. Good times.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was thinking for now the Helton would be a good idea.
The Helton looks like a really ritzy fucking place. Super expensive.
Yeah.
Well, in their like basement where the smoking room is, or where we go through.
No.
Well, yeah.
Smoking room's the fancy part.
Yeah, I was going to say, you've been in there before and you're not sure how long. I mean, it looks like it does get cleaned. It's not like a weird abandoned basement or something. So if you left a bag there, you're not sure how long it would stick around. It'd be like leaving something at the smoking room of any major hotel chain. It's like, it's just a matter of time before it wanders off.
I was thinking, while we're in red carpet, we could probably get out and do some volunteer work to feel better about ourselves.
I recommend just doing good guy mission stuff. You'll gain a lot more sanity than like blowing through a week of working a soup kitchen to pick up one sand point or some bullshit, if that.
Well, we've yet to even hear of any good guy mission stuff, so
you have to go to mission givers and stuff. You haven't been doing that. You've been wandering around going, what the fuck is going on? I'm seeing stuff and going crazy, of course.
Glenn, let's go to work. Keep the gravy train coming.
Work? Which work?
Acting.
Oh. Yes. Totally an actor.
No problem. You guys help film a bunch of episodes of Handy. This is easy to do. Give me acting roles, talent roles. Does anybody remember their catchphrase?
Give me a hand.
I don't think that's your catchphrase, is it?
I'm starting it.
I mean, your character got assigned one.
Nah.
If I did, I don't remember it. I don't think
That's
okay.
Ben,
I don't think I've gotten that high.
No problem. See how you do on your roles and stuff.
Huh. Acting and talent.
Didn't make either.
Anything else?
Wow.
I think
for Handy, not a lot. No.
I think mimic and memory were.
Oh, sure. Go for that. Yeah. Mimicry and memory. Great.
I made mimicry.
You can sound like other voices. It's awesome.
Yeah. Okay. I made acting and memory, but not the other two.
Hey, you remember your lines and stuff, so yeah.
Can I try to dance?
Sure. Handy is a cheesy enough show that they may have some sort of dance number. It is a truly cheesy show.
I did not dance well.
That's okay. You fit in with all the other hacks.
Really bad dancing.